Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the English News Edition brought to you live from RTD channel. The headlines for tonight are: the mercenaries of the Eritrean dictator tackle the interests of civilians in the north by burning 5 heavy machinery. And in Niger, suicide bombers killed 10 in attack on a mosque in southern eastern of this country. We begin tonight's news with this statement from the Interior Ministry on the night of 4 to 5 May 2018 between the localities of Malabo and Dada. Army elements burn 5 heavy machinery of the public works engaged in the finalization of the construction of the road of the northern corridor, that is to say the road Tajura-Balho. This is a serious criminal act of banditry of armed mercenaries in the pay of the Eritrean state, who operate exclusively in the north of the country. These acts of cowardly actions of these mercenaries are directed against the civilian population, carefully avoiding attacking our valiant army. This is a serious crime targeting the tireless effort of development engaged in the north of the country of our dear country. The Djiboutian government condemns with the utmost vigor this cowardly attack, which has not caused casualties but significant material damage. End of statement. A donation ceremony for a motorcycle pump was held this morning at the Civil Protection Barracks. The ceremony was chaired by the Minister of the Interior, Hassan Omar Mohamed, and was attended by the IOM representative Lanini Verasimi, the Director of the Civil Protection, Colonel Mahmoud Moussa Deheye, as well as the Secretary Executive of Honors, Hussein Hassan Darar. This motor pump donation comes from the French NGO firefighters of the International Emergencies through the IOM and has a capacity of 1,000 liters per minute. This donation comes in response to the request of the crisis unit following the consequence of the Hurricane Sagar in order to strengthen materials of the National Directorate of Civil Protection. To other motor pump, each pump 2,000 liters of capacity will arrive at the Civil Protection in the few next day. The Minister of the Interior, Hassan Omar Mohamed, has in words on this occasion thanked the French NGO International Firefighters and IOM for this donation. The Ministry added that this donation comes in response to the requests of the crisis unit following the consequence of the cyclone Sagar in order to strengthen the materials of the National Directorate of the Civil Protections. The Minister of Health, Dr. Jamal Mokiye, received in his office the new WHO representative in Djibouti, Dr. Monde Lotayef, who was introduced by his predecessor, Jafar Al-Jalal. The encounter was attended by the Acting Secretary General, Dr. Saleh Banoita Turab, and senior officials of the Ministry of Health. This is the first introductory meeting of the new WHO representative of the main UN agency working closely with the Health Department. The Health Minister first welcomed Dr. Monde Lotayef, who no doubt will live up to expectation. He also held to the honorable record of his predecessor, Jafar Jalal, for all his effort to support structural reforms by the Department of Health. The new representative of WHO, Monde Lotayef, thanked the Minister of Health for his availability and warm welcome. Finally, discussion focused on the ways and means of reinforcing the technical cooperation between the Republic of Djibouti and the WHO, which provides unfailing and essential support to the Republic of Djibouti in the field of health development, particularly through its technical support and the implementation of Djibouti's health policy. The World Environment Day has been celebrated around the world today with this year theme, Fighting Plastic Pollution. This day serves to raise public awareness of all phenomena that affect the quality of life on Earth, cause many climatic change, affect crops as well, causes disease. This day is celebrated since 1974. The Minister of the Environment, Musa Mohammed Ahmed, said on this occasion that this day draws the attention of the population to a particular problem that affects our environment and encourage Djiboutians to adopt an ecological behavior that can guarantee sustainable development. Here are some figures on this plastic pollution. Every year, the world uses 500 billion plastic bags, 50% of the plastic we use. We consume also 1 million plastic bottles every minute. In about 30 years, there will be more plastic than fish in the oceans, pointed out the minister. He then said that the theme of this year edition encouraged the international community to come together to fight against pollution by single-use plastic. And more than ever, we are called to adopt a greener lifestyle. It is a call to action to combat one of the greatest environmental challenges of our time, he has concluded. And pursuing his statement, the minister said that global plastic pollution causes a public health problem. Indeed, the plastic pollution now affects all the oceans of the planet, threatening the marine ecosystems that are essential for the development of fisheries and tourism. And according to the World Wildlife Fund, he said as many as 8.8 million tons of plastic are thrown into the sea every year, the equivalent of a complete garbage truck every minute. With this trend, by 2015, said the minister, there will be more plastic than fish in the oceans. Plastic is everywhere and its use has become convenient, but its proliferation is a threat to both the marine as well terrestrial environment. And still with the national news, the general head of the Djiboutian Army Forces, Zakaria Sheikh Ibrahim, has sponsored in the technical as well tactical training center known as SITA at Camp Sheikh Osman the closing ceremony of Quran competitions. This competition was organized in close collaboration with the service of the religious attendant from the Saudi Arabia Embassy to Djibouti. And on his arrival at the place on the spot of the ceremony, Zakaria Sheikh Ibrahim has been received by the superior officers of the army forces. In addition to General Zakaria Sheikh Ibrahim, several senior officers attended the ceremony, including his Deputy General Hassan Ali Kamil, Head of Staff of the Defense, General Tahir Muhammad Ali, as well as General Omar Asman Noor Subagli, commanders of the Republican Guard, as well as the National Navy. And in the margin of the closing ceremony of the Quran reading contest, the commandment military has organized a collective iftar. This iftar seen the participation in particular General Zakaria Sheikh Ibrahim, his Deputy General Hassan Ali Kamil, the Head of Staff of the Defense, General Tahir Muhammad Ali, as well as General Osman Noor Subagli, and commanders from the Republican Guard as well as the National Navy. The business manager of the Saudi Arabia Embassy in Djibouti by interim Hassan bin Mohammed Al-Ahmari, the religious attaché Sheikh Abu Rabu Ahmed Karami, as well as other high official persons, civil as well military bodies have assisted also at this collective iftar. And thereafter, the best candidates have also been awards. The first place went to Warrant Officer Ahmed Ali Darar from the Army Forces. The second place went to Master Corporal Ahmed Abdullah from the Republican Guard, and the third place went to the Sergeant Chief Abdi Ilmi Adawi from the Djiboutian Army Forces as well. The Quranic competition joined this year many competitors of the Army Forces, Air Army, Coast Guard as well Marine. Prizes and awards were presented to the winners and some other participants. The Chief of the General Staff of the Army Forces, General Zakaria Sheikh Ibrahim, drew a parallel between this competition and the most important one organized for several years by the Minister of Muslim Affairs for the awarded of the Grand Prize of the Head of State. He said that Djiboutians are Muslim faithful and are deeply committed to their faith, which is reflected in the observation of the fast of the month of Ramadan and the enthusiasm of Djiboutians to go to the mosque to pray and come closer to Allah and ask forgiveness. Zakaria Sheikh Ibrahim highlighted the efforts deployed in this sense by the President of the Republic, the Supreme Chief of the Army of Forces in the service of an Islam of peace, love and tolerance. He finally greeted the memory of the late President Hassan Bouled Abtidon, father of the nation, whose body rests at the Sheikh Osman camp and for which a mausoleum was built. General Zakaria Sheikh Ibrahim did not fail also to thank the services of the religious attaché for the organization of these contests of recitation of the Holy Quran. On the day of Friday, June 1st, 2018, a humanitarian convoy of the Djiboutian Army Forces composed of 10 rural-type trucks equipped with basic necessities, namely food, medicines and CAP equipment, was directed to Somaliland to help the affected population. As you can see on these pictures, the border area of Somaliland was devastated by the weather. According to the first observation, the 80% of dwellings were destroyed in Lughaye and Gararer. Indeed, the cyclone Sagar caused enormous human as well material damage, forcing many people to move and leave their homes. The cyclone also decimated 70% of livestock, leaving poor and vulnerable families. In its tradition of sharing and listening, the Republic of Djibouti has responded favorably to the Somaliland authorities' request for help by preparing an exceptional convoy of humanitarian assistance for 3,000 affected families. This mission was entrusted to the Djiboutian Army Force, in particular to Colonel Mohamed Jama Douali, commander of the Republican Guard, who was responsible for routing, securing and handing over this aid to the local authorities concerned. The convoy of humanitarian aid consists mainly of sacks of rice, flour, sugar, cleaning products, as well dishes, cooking utensils, medicines and camping equipment such as mattress and blankets. This convoy was intended to cover the needs of 2,000 affected families in order to allow them to resume a normal life as soon as possible. Bearing in mind that this convoy is the second in a space of 3 months, the first following the torrential winds that caused the overflow of the Shabelle River from its bed, forcing many people in Beledweyne to migrate to the west. Upon his arrival, the Djiboutian convoy was solemnly welcomed by the people, who came to the fort with a lot of fervor and cheerfulness. Colonel Mohamed Jama Douali, commander of the Republican Guard and convoy leader, delivered on behalf of the Djibouti government and its president humanitarian assistance for the local population. We are here today to deliver the second part of food and logistical assistance for the Salal and Aoudal incidents, he said. The second aid is mainly aid by land, including trucks carrying civilian and military men, as well as a batch of food aid for 600 families for the locality of Salal and 2,300 for the regions of Aoudal. My men and I have come a long way, a lot of efforts and important attacks await us to come to the aid of the disaster following the ravage of the bad weather, he said. In Dakhil, as part of the beneficent actions that take place during this blessed month of Ramadan, an important donation of dates has been granted by the First Lady of the country and President of the UNFD, Mrs. Khadra Mahmoud Haid. The prefecture officials and the members of the regional council were responsible for distributing these dates to the different peripheral localities of the administrative center of Dakhil. Indeed, in the day of Monday 4, the President of the Regional Council, Abdurrahman Ibn Sarreh, accompanied by his Vice President, Mohamed Ebo, and in close collaboration with the first Deputy Prefect, Yusuf Ali Iye, as well his close collaborators, have organized social operation for the distribution of aid accounts to the vulnerable as well cosmopolitan population of the different localities of the Dakhil region, as well as to the 3 sub-prefecture associations with special needs, as well people affected by mental disorders. In Al Sabih region now, in the fight against the illicit sale of smuggled goods entering the country without any payment of custom fees, the Mobile Customs Brigade, in close collaboration with the Biaz Army of the Al Sabih region, arrested yesterday in the restaurants of the Grand Bara 113 Birikan 25 liters of gas oil and 12 barrels of gas oil, 200 liters, and 1 bag containing 50 mini bottles of 205 milliliter of dry gin alcohol. Smugglers illegally resell hydrocarbons and alcohol, and some trucks drivers are suspected of participating in this kind of traffic. Let's get now into the continental news. 3 suicide bombers killed 6 people and wounded 37 late on Monday as they gathered at a mosque in southern eastern Niger after breaking the Ramadan fast. The government said the attack occurred in the city of Difa near Lake Chad and the borders with Nigeria, Chad and Cameroon. The area is a stronghold for the militant group of Boko Haram. More than 50,000 people have been killed and millions displaced by these conflicts. So that's it for the news. Thanks for being with us on RTD channel.